Creativity. It means different things to all of us, and it can help us understand our feelings, gain perspective, and manage stress, or simply give us 5 minutes to reconnect with ourselves. The possibility of making a little ripple of change through creativity is inside every single one of us. But what if you could be the champion and inspire those around you to unlock their power of creativity? I know, so exciting. My name is Qoy Lawal. I'm a Black cisgendered woman in a studio, and I'm here with our very own team member, Jemima Frankel from 64 Million Artists, to chat about how you can do just that. I'm so excited. Hey, Jemima.
Hi, Qoy. I'm Jemima Frankel. I'm head of public programs at 64. I'm a white woman with dark hair, and I'm sat in this beautiful studio with you.
I am so excited to ask you some questions because I am excited to understand a little bit more about the Creative Champions, and I know a lot of other people are as well. Jemima, before we can go any further, we have to understand what the January Challenge actually is. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Of course I can. At its heart, it's a campaign for creativity and well-being. The idea is very simple. It's 31 days of free, fun, quick and accessible creative prompts. Each of the prompts are super varied. They can get you dancing or cooking or writing or making or exploring in some way. It's 31 opportunities to connect with yourself and the world around you. Each of the prompts are designed by different people and communities right across the UK. So it's a kind of a really varied reflection and representation of lots of different people's idea of what creativity is. Thousands of people take part each year. So in 2023, over 50,000 people took part. And of course, we're hoping for more and more people to come and join the fun this year. We're coming up to our 11th year anniversary. It started with the CEO of 64, Joe Hunter, back in 2013 or 14, way back then, when Joe took some time off work to reconnect with herself and with her own creativity. She invited her loved ones to give her something accessible, easy, creative to do every day. And that month off completely changed her perspective on her own creativity, on her own well-being and how to look after yourself and engage with the world. So she invited it outwards on her own Facebook, and a couple of hundred of her Facebook friends took part with her the following year. And since then, it's just grown and grown to this thing that 50,000 people right across the UK take part in, and across the world. We've got people taking part. We've had people taking part in Australia and India and America and Canada and right across Europe. It's this amazing global campaign that I'm really excited to be so involved with, and this will be my 5th year working on it.
Oh, I love
It'll be the best one yet.
Come on, I love that. That's so incredible because I started this off by saying what a little ripple of creativity can do, and that's exactly what it is. And Joe has made that accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite thing from everything you said is how accessible it is, because I think oftentimes really great initiatives forget the variety of people that are out here. So I love that the January Challenge has made that such a focus and such a just a normal part of it, as it should be. So that's incredible.
Well, you've picked up there actually on my favourite thing about creativity and thinking about the kind of impact of creativity is this idea that we really do foster or nurture or explore what those kind of ripple moments are. I always think if you think of taking part in a kind of a small act of creativity, or just even engaging in a great conversation with a friend or with a colleague, those all have moments of impact, and you don't know what those moments will lead to. But if you think of that as just a little ripple, and then you don't know what's going to happen next, and there's 31 opportunities with thousands of people to cause those ripples, which is so exciting.
Yeah, I know it has so many positive effects. If I can just think some off the top of my head, it would be like in better being, reducing stress, community as well. So yeah, like the ripple affects others, but also affects you as well in a really positive way. So
yeah,
I'm surprised. Yeah, I hope everybody gets involved. But anyway, there's more to talk about, and I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be in love with us by the end of this. So let's do this. So another question I have is, what are the benefits of getting creative, especially in January? Because it's the January challenge, not the March challenge or the August challenge. So why January?
Yeah, great. January is a bit of a challenge for lots of people. It's a miserable time of year. It's dark, it's cold outside, especially here in the UK. And I always think of the January Challenge as a really hopeful campaign. There is something so reassuring and hopeful about knowing that tomorrow another prompt will come. and the day after that, and the day after that. We've actually been working with a research associate called TALT, who stands for There Is an Alternative, over the last couple of years to help us really understand what the impact is, because so many people do tell us and report to us about how it impacts their well-being. And some of the kind of well-being outcomes or indicators that have come back from that really interesting bit of research is around emotional regulation. So creativity being a tool to help you get to that kind of mindful flow-like state. Creativity is a tool for community and connection. So when you take part in the January Challenge, you are inherently part of thousands of people, already established community that's really welcoming and really friendly. So you're already part of that community when you join in. Often the creative prompts invite you to connect with a friend, or with an object that's next to you, or with nature, or with a story, or with yourself. So there's opportunities to connect in a way that really supports your kind of sense of self and the sense of the world around you. And also the other wellbeing indicator is around intellectual stimulation. So thinking about things a little bit differently, reaching a conclusion that you wouldn't have reached before, or thinking up things that you wouldn't have thought without the invitation of a creative prompt. And what a better time of the year to do that than at the beginning of a fresh new year. Creativity can lead you to a different February or a different March and right the way through the year. The other really interesting thing about the January Challenge is that it comes at a time of year when lots of people are trying to change things or stop things that they do. They're trying to stop old habits that they're trying to lose. And the January Challenge is a real invitation to start new positive habits. So it's about starting to choose to explore your creativity, starting to choose to explore drawing or writing or dancing or thinking about things differently. And I think there's a real kind of positive hopefulness that comes from that, just inherent in the idea of the campaign. So rather than restricting or stopping yourself, you're actually pinning things up, which I think is a really nice opportunity at that time of year.
No, absolutely. I don't think I'm ever truly excited about January. You just come off the high of gifts and Christmas parties and or whatever parties you're having, and then all of a sudden you're in a new year where you have to you have all this pressure on yourself. But it could actually be a really great time to try new things, be okay with being bad at things as opposed to aspiring for immediate perfection, which I think is one of the reasons why I really gravitate towards the January Challenge as well. So just
to pick up on a word that you just used there, pressure.
Yes.
There is a lot of pressure that comes with this kind of, it's the beginning of a new year. What do you want to achieve that year? Setting yourselves goals. And there is something warm in the invitation of the January Challenge. There are 31 literal just invitations or prompts to have a go at. You do not need to do all 31 to have taken part in the January Challenge. You could do one prompt, you could do 10, you can do however many you want. And of course, you don't have to do them in January. Once they're out in the world, they're there forever. They're yours to keep and play with. We often get people in May saying, "Oh, I've just discovered the January Challenge. This is great." We run it in January, but it's yours year round.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. And you talk about dancing and singing and drawing and just thinking, spending time with yourself, reconnecting with yourself. And I'm just like, and you also talk about it being free. And I'm like, if there's ever a time you need things to be free, it's January. So I'm very excited about that. One question that I am pretty sure is in every listener's mind right now is, how does one get to participate in the January Challenge?
Yes. So you can sign up totally for free to our mailing list to receive each day's creative prompt throughout January. And on all of our social media, you'll find an amazing community of people sharing what they're getting up to each day. You can take part totally for free. It will only require things like pen and paper, whatever's in your recycling box, your imagination. And as I mentioned before, every prompt is accessible, quick, will only take you 5 to 10 minutes to have a go at. And they're all really fun and really different. Come join the party.
I love that. I love how we can use what's in our recycling bin. I can use what's already at home. What if I wanted to get my friends involved? Because I kind of feel like I want to do that.
Yeah, great. So people tell us that all the time. Oh, I should tell so-and-so about this, or my mum would love this, or my colleagues at work would love this. And we've been listening. We have all the resources that we need to set you up. That would be you being a creativity champion. So somebody who champions or is an ambassador for creativity in your community, whatever that might be. So you might find creativity champions in community settings, in libraries, in schools, in care homes, in prisons, in various different workplaces. And we support people to be creativity champions with all sorts of things. So we put together a pack called the Champions Pack, which includes all 31 creative prompts well ahead of time. And you can use that pack to set up the January challenge in your space and in your way. So you can put it on your kind of own intranet systems or set up your own emails, or you can print out prompts as posters or pick and choose your favourites, adapt them, just make them work totally for you. I actually have a pack here that I can just show you briefly.
See, I was very jealous. I was like, what is this shiny book? I need to know more about it. Yes, tell me more.
So this is our very lovely Creativity Champions pack for the January Challenge 2024.
And we get this when we sign up?
So you can download this for free.
Oh, okay.
And there'll be an option to download this on the website. So you can either sign up to get the daily surprise, just take part as a participant. But if you want to be a creativity champion and champion the January Challenge in your setting, this is for you. It's totally free and is for you.
I love that.
So in it, you'll find all information about what the January Challenge is and where it's all come from. It's a lovely picture of the team making it all happen. And you'll find all of the 31 prompts and information on who's involved. And there's downloadable, printable things at the end here.
It looks so fun. It reminds me of a school workbook, but for your favourite class. Do you know what I mean?
The School of Life. I love this at the end. So here's a printable poster where you can fill in what creativity is to you.
I love that.
If you want to print that off, fill it in. Take a picture and share with us. We'd love to see.
And we'll definitely make it into something really fun to share on our socials as well. So definitely make sure that you take part in that, download it and send it in. Send us pictures, hashtag and all of that.
Yeah. And something else that I'd love to show you is that we, as well as this kind of main Champions Pack, we also create kind of tailored resources for different people, because some workplaces are totally different to a school or a care home, and what you might need in a library setting is totally different to what you might need to run the January Challenge with your friends. So we've got some tailored resources as well. So we've got the pack specifically for care homes, so people working in residential care settings. We've got a pack specifically for libraries. So this is for any staff in libraries. We have a Welsh language version of the pack. So if you're a Welsh language speaker, this is for you. And we also offer free training for creative champions hoping to use the pack where they are. And again, I'm sure we'll share all the details in the show notes here.
I have never seen a more organised.
I know, yeah. I've done homework.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And like I said, accessibility has been the thing that really stands out about the January Challenge, because you want everybody who wants to participate to know that they can. And I believe we all know that we can. So thank you so much. I already loved your orange shirt, but now your impact on the world is what I love the most about you. And I know that you do this as part of a wider team, but thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You've made me excited about January. So that's a life-changing thing right there.
See you on January the 1st, everybody.
Yes, let's all see each other on January the 1st. If you're ready to bring creativity to your group, school, community or workspace, download your free copy of the Creativity Champions Pack by going to 64millionartists.com/the January Challenge. We hope you'll join us in unlocking the power of creativity this January. See you there.